What's up, chat? How everyone is doing today? Excited to see everyone once again on this live stream. And today we have a special topic, Svelte, which is something I've never worked with. So we are going to definitely learn together this stuff. Okay, so before I do that, I'm actually just, post to my social medias that I'm actually going live. So give me a second here. And, excited to another live stream to literally learn about this stuff. I do have exciting news for you all. Did you guys know that we now have a Discord channel? So I need to post that as well. Mohamud, nice to see you, dude. Afsas, how is your day? My day is doing fantastic. How about your day? By the way, we have a new YouTube channel, a new YouTube video, which is probably my favorite since I have started to post videos on the channel. But we also have a new Discord channel, and I want to share that invite with you all. Okay. So yeah, there we go. So I basically created a Discord channel where will be the place where I engage with the speakers, with the viewers actually, after my streams, So pretty much my goal is every time I end the stream, or even during the day sometimes prior to the stream, we have this place where we can, act as a community to improve in the stuff we are learning together, but also, to engage in some discussions about the topics we learn about. Obviously, yesterday or 2 days ago, actually, we learned about event sourcing, and that was a very fun live stream, but maybe there is more into it that we probably need to discuss a little bit. Okay, so I'm trying a few different things though on today's live stream, especially around the chat, but also, I've been learning a little bit with other streams, and I want to make my stream better. So kind of learning a little bit in the process, So let's see the chat today. What do we have here? Mareko Code, hi Nuno, hi dude, how you doing? Nice to see you here. The Brodev, hello dude, how you doing? Corvette, nice to see you. Damon, nice to see you again. Yusvad, nice to see you. And Debordev, you went live 30 seconds after I ended. Really? You could have rated me, dude. Anyways, welcome everyone to this new live stream. And today, yeah, we are live again, this time to learn about Svelte. I'm excited about this stuff. By the way, I just sent the link of the Discord channel. You guys want to join that because it's literally the place that now I just interact with my viewers. It will be the place as well that I basically use to all my stuff. So you might want to go there, and just literally join that Discord channel and engage with the community as well. I think it'll be fun. What else do I need to do before I start? I guess that's it. I feel like. I may have to just post a link on the Discord channel as well. All right, there we go. Live right now talking about Svelte. All right, there we go. So welcome everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP Laravel developer and everything in between. If you watch me from the YouTube channel, you can literally follow me there. I'm publishing videos every single day, and I actually just posted a video about event sourcing. Probably my first, the video I like the most from every video I have on my YouTube channel. It was a very fun stream, and hopefully today will be the same. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to learn about Svelte, and I have to tell you, I am a React user, just a regular React user, and I've been a Vue user before React, and I don't think I ever tried Svelte ever. Probably once on the very early versions of Svelte, but I've heard that Svelte is a little bit different, and probably I don't know Svelte anymore because, you know, with SvelteKit and all those things which are a little bit different, I probably don't know Svelte anymore. Benjamin, welcome to the stream. Josh, welcome to the stream. By the way, Josh is kind of the admin of the Discord channel, so props to Josh right there. Props to Josh, all right? Thank you, Josh, for helping me out with the Discord channel, and you know, and it will be a place that I'm hoping we are going to have a lot of fun. Welcome, Jonas, to the stream as well. All right, so let's get started. What do we have here today? So today we have Svelte, and if you don't know Svelte, if you had to compare, let's use this README right here. Svelte is kind of a framework, or a GS framework, let's say, a GS framework that lives next side to stuff like let's say like React or Vue, you know, and Svelte is a little bit like these frameworks, okay? However, the typical GS framework you probably know from the past was only UI related. However, frameworks have evolved a little bit. You probably have heard concepts like, you know, React Router, also Next.js. You probably have heard about all those topics, and also SvelteKit, which is effectively a little bit a step higher on the hierarchy that these frameworks have been involved with a little bit, you know. So these frameworks would typically be only UI, but now they are literally routing. Some of them also, like Next, for example, have database components as well. So they are a little bit involving, trying to go slowly but surely, be a full stack frameworks. You know what I mean? So, you know, today I'm not really sure if we are seeing only Svelte or SvelteKit. I'm literally following the tutorial they have on their, you know, on their website. But the website is called svelte.dev. And, you know, the title is Web Development for the Rest of Us. You have a Get Started, and literally, you know, 2 paragraphs explaining how different is Svelte from the other frameworks. I know that Svelte's compiler is very strong, so it tries to basically compile kind of everything up front, so there is very little runtime steps when the user is actually visualizing the browser. So I'm going to just click on Get Started to see what we have here. And something I really like about Svelte is literally the first link being, I am brand new here. So before coming into live, I literally just created the project running npx sv create, and when I was running that command, one of the questions was literally what type of project are you creating? Is like a minimum skeleton, like something very simple, or do you want a full demo? I have selected the variable minimum, so I would expect to have the skeleton that people that start with Svelte will have. And something I noticed when I run this command is that they asked me if I want Tailwind or not. I said yes. And apparently they installed me SvelteKit. So I can see a folder called SvelteKit. So I assume that this project I'm seeing right now have a little bit more than only UI stuff. And I'm already seeing routes right here, which tells me that I can create routes potentially. Okay, so something I wanted to test like immediately is obviously like the regular web page, and I can see this welcome to SvelteKit, which tells me that, you know, I have a JavaScript page, which is probably this one, you know, a JavaScript file which compiles down to this view we are visualizing on the screen, which is welcome to SvelteKit. Something I also noticed, which you guys let me know, I personally find a little bit different from what stuff I have seen in the past, is these files are ending with .svelte. So you don't see like .ts or, you know, or .gs, you literally see .svelte. On top of that, you see this file starting with a plus, which, you know, it's super different from everything I have seen. So let's start here in the chat. How many of you have used Svelte in the past? If you have used Svelte, just say yes. If you haven't used Svelte, just say no, because I'm curious about that. So Patricio on Code is saying he never used Svelte. Josh never used Svelte as well. The Ibra dev is saying he's using Svelte for 5 years. All right, Ibra, you will be our guy that will tell us that we are doing things correctly or incorrectly, because I have no idea what I'm doing with Svelte. Gene Jack is asking me, I'm curious about the purpose of it. Me too, man. I'm curious to see what Svelte have that other frameworks don't. Or potentially, it's just the same. I have no idea. I guess we are going to find out real soon. Benjamin is asking, why should we use it? I mean, we have React or Vue, why should I use it? Yeah, it's a good question. It's a question that I also have. I've been using React because it's pretty much what everyone is using at the moment and what I'm feeling comfortable with. But I know that's, you know, some of the things that React have today were inspired originally by Svelte, you know, so maybe we have something to learn here. All right, so a question that I had like immediately was, I see this folder called routes. What does it take to actually create a route? I would guess, okay, I have no idea, but I would guess, if I would have something like new route, which is a folder, I can potentially just come here and type plus page and just type Svelte, and now I can see literally my new page. So I just created the folder, called it new route, and I created the page file within, and I just hope that this thing just works, and it doesn't. Interesting. Oh, it's new route, not new page. Oh, there we go. So if I type new route, which is my folder name, I literally can't see the page. So it seems that the routing is literally folder based. You know, so you have a folder routes, and then you have like the root URL, which answers to this page. I believe this is literally the layout of the entire page, this little thing right here, which imports my CSS file. And I can have simply a new route as a folder, which has a page inside. I'm curious though, does this page uses this layout? So if I were to type this, do I see it? I do. So it also seems that this given page is kind of inheriting this layout from the parent page, which is very interesting. Hello everyone, welcome back everyone. Happy to see everyone on the stream here. You know, if you don't know me, my name is Nuno, PHP and Laravel developer. I'm also part of the Laravel core team. And today we are here to learn about Svelte, which is something I have never worked with. As I was saying on the chat, I basically, you know, I am a React developer at the moment, a React.js developer. But before React, I was using Vue.js. But now I'm literally trying Svelte for the first time. And I was saying, basically I went to the, you know, to the website, and I'm literally following the first tutorial I found there, which is called it Basic Svelte, which explains me, or it's supposed to explain me what Svelte is. And this tells me to actually install the project locally, which I did. And once I did that, I saw that we have this folders routes or folders folder, which allows me to basically install routes in my project. And I was able to actually create a new route, actually creating a folder which says, you know, which has a page inside. The page starts with a plus, which is interesting, and also ends with a .svelte. So if you don't know me, my name is Nuno. If you follow me on Twitch, you can, you know, if you're watching me on Twitch, you can give me a follow there, and also subscribe if you want to financially support my work. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can, you know, give me a follow as well. I have a video every single day at 1 p.m. and you can, you know, join me as a member to have early access to those videos. All right, so let's keep a look at the folder structure before we actually start the tutorial we have on the SvelteKit website. I can see a couple of things already regarding this folder structure. One of them being that, you know, we have a package.json with all the scripts we love. So we have literally npm run dev, which is the script we are using to serve this page we are actually visualizing right here. So basically, you know, if I want to start a server, I just have to type npm run dev. I have the build, which I would assume that just exists to runs in production. I have type checking, you know, with TypeScript. If I want to literally just check my types, I can just type npm run check. I have format, which is, you know, the equivalent of Laravel Paint. So I would expect to just type npm run format, and I would have all my application formatted. So potentially, so if I would come here and do some, you know, crazy shit like this, I can just type npm run format, and this will basically fix my coding style, which is kind of cool. What else do I have here? I have lint in format, which is a little bit confusing. Probably lint is also doing some risky, some risky stuff regarding formatting, which is interesting. Richard, oh, it's nice to see you here again. Richard is also on Discord, and you guys, if you are not on Discord yet, down below on my links, we now have a Discord, which will be, a place where we are going to be a community, so we can discuss these live streams, post live streaming, but also pre-live stream. Lars is saying, I get super scared when I have folder-based routing. I am super front-end noob, and I guess like something including another page in the page can be done in a smart way. Yeah, Lars, when I first proposed folder-based routing to Laravel, everyone was super scared of it. Because on PHP, we don't have that history of using folders to basically create routes. However, with Folio, we saw how possible it is to build a scalable and big application just using files and folders. And, you would be surprised to see that React, Vue, well, I say Vue, but I'm not sure, but React for sure, with App Router and also with Next, they are literally using only folders for routing, which is super impressive. But yeah, I also have this npm run test. I'm wondering if I have any test actually already, but out of the box. So it comes with vtest, which is very similar to past PHP. So if I go to, let's say, it seems that I have a test already. Oh, however, the test leaves next side the source directory, which is a little bit, different from what I'm used to. It seems that I have this demo.spec.ts, which contains all my test suite. That's interesting. So it seems that on JavaScript, especially with this new starter kit of Svelte, tests live alongside the source code, where typically, on a regular PHP application, you would expect to have your tests folder, which would contain all the tests. This is very interesting. And they use vtest, which is very similar, if not equal, to past PHP, to be fair. All right, so let's get started with the tutorial. I'm excited about this because I have literally no idea what it's coming from me. So I'm going to delete this new route we have created, and I'm going to work with this page right here. So on this page, I can literally just delete everything and say something like hello stream, to literally have a fresh blank start. I'm going to restart my server by typing npm run dev, and I should be able to see, my website on the page, which I do. What else do I want to do? Yeah, I want to follow the tutorial. That was kind of my goal for today. And it seems that we have basic Svelte, advanced Svelte, basic SvelteKit, advanced SvelteKit. I'm going to start by the basic Svelte and potentially jump into the basic SvelteKit if we have time, okay? So I'm going to click on find your first component, which is on next page. And the first thing we have to do, it says that a component, I'm going to add data, which is the exercise. A component that just renders some static markup is not very interesting. Let's add some data. All right, got you. So instead of displaying something like hello world, which is kind of almost what we're doing at the moment, I can do this using a component, and yeah, that component will have, will display hello world something based on a given variable. So I'm going to go into my source directory, and I'm going to create a new folder with the name components. And I'm going to create a component with the name hello stream. So now I am questioning, should my component have this .svelte or .gs or .ts? I'm going to type .svelte. I'm not really sure though. All right, so I've created the hello stream.svelte, and within this thing, I'm going to type script. I'm going to, instead of copy pasting, I'm going to literally type the thing so I can learn a little bit, these things. And I'm noticing that either I'm using TS or regular JavaScript. I need to specify that on the language directive. I'm also curious what means legacy mode, though. I have no idea what this means, by the way. Okay. However, I have this lang which allows me to specify if I want JavaScript or TypeScript. I'm going to select TypeScript, and then I'm going to create, a new variable with a name stream. Now, something I'm curious already is why should this let be let instead of just const? That's a question I have. I'm going to leave it as let for the exercise, but I have literally no idea. And then just below, I'm going to type hello name, you know, with the content of the variable. Does any of you know why should we type, you know, let name instead of const name? That's a question I have. Okay, AG1228 is saying that legacy mode is the old version, Svelte 4, and runes are the new version, Svelte 5. Are you saying that I'm using Svelte 4? Because if I am, that would be a problem, I guess. Where can I see that? On package.json, perhaps? Let's see. It seems that I'm using Svelte 5, though. At least it's what I'm seeing here. So I'm using Svelte 5, TypeScript 5, ESLint, possibly 8 or 9 already. Let me see. ESLint 9, so I'm using the latest version of everything, which is very impressive. I am using Tailwind 3. All right, nice, cool. Tailwind 4 is almost there, okay? Almost there. All right, Adrian is saying something very interesting. Using the let keyword makes that given variable modelable. Okay, I don't know what modelable means. You means like state on React, for example? Maybe that's it. All right, let's keep going. So hello stream, which contains the hello and the name stream. I'm going to use this as constant for now, if you guys don't mind, because I want to learn, like, why would I not do this? Anyways, constant name equals to stream, hello stream. Now I'm going to use this component on my page. So I assume, you know, this is what I assume, that I can just simply type there we go. So I just type hello stream, and that automatically imports, you know, the file that contains hello stream from Svelte. All right, so this is a little bit different from what I'm used to, okay? Because if I were to write this on React, I would literally write this. I would have export, probably, you know, function page, and within this thing, I would have probably, you know, I would probably import my hello stream on top, something like this, and finally I would return my markup, which contains hello, you know, hello stream, which is the underlying component I'm using. However, it seems that with Svelte, you literally have your JavaScript within the script tag, and the markup stays at root level, which is the hello stream. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just close here the Discord because literally receiving messages as we speak. All right, so does this work, by the way? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's go, chat. We see hello stream. So I'm assuming that I can just come here and do this, and we have, yeah, literally real-time compiling, which is interesting. Okay, the Eberdev is saying you haven't added the lang tag to the script, by the way. Okay, does that mean that here I need the lang tag as well? Which effectively doesn't do much though, does it? Because I'm literally just importing the hello world. But I guess what you mean is that just keep it consistency and let's use TypeScript everywhere. I got you, I got you. RhythmHG is saying, what is my theme? I think my theme, I'm using VS Code today, so that's something as well new for me. I'm used to use PHP Storm. Today we are using VS Code. And my theme is Material Theme, okay? Material Theme Darker. AG228 is saying you can't just import using the $lib components. Okay, let's try that one. So you're saying that I can just do this. All right, I'm gonna try just copy paste. AG228, can you just literally just put the entire thing on the chat so I can just copy paste? But I would assume you'd saying this or something like this, right? I have no idea how does it work. Oh, instead of doing the dot, I can have the dollar thing. Yeah, I feel like this is just better, you know? I would expect, though, to be able to do this, though, like TypeScript. Can I do this? I can't, but I can use this. Interesting. Lib doesn't work, though. Does components work, for example? Let me check. It doesn't as well. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep it simple and just do this for now. Yeah, I'm going to keep it simple and just use this for now and keep going with the exercise. All right, so we have data, we have done this, and apparently, you know, kind of expected, I can just run JavaScript within these tags right here. So if I can, for example, you know, just do to uppercase if I want to, and why this is complaining? No, I don't want this. What the heck? Oh yeah, to uppercase. Apologize, my friend. Apologize, JavaScript. Can I do this? There we go. Okay, obviously I can just run regular JavaScript within these tags right here. Can I do stuff just literally like this? Yes, I can. All right, this is pretty cool. So each time I'm using this little thing, I can just literally put any JavaScript I want, which is kind of interesting. All right, we did this thing right here, and I'm hoping that if I do this, there we go, I can just solve the exercise and kind of do if I've done the same thing. So I did, however, I've used const instead of let. So I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping we are going to get an answer if we can use const or we need to use let, okay? All right, what's next? So I'm going to click on dynamic attributes, okay? All right, so they're saying just like you can use curly braces to control the text, which is this little thing right here, you can use them to control element attributes. Yeah, this is kind of expected, so just like any React, basically. So if I were to have a new component which says, let's say, logo.svelte, okay, I can have an image tag which contains a source, and the source is equal to a regular JavaScript variable. Okay, and I assume that the source comes from the strip tag with the length ts, and the const source will be equal to possibly something dynamic. Okay, to keep it simple though, I'm gonna use what is the image they recommend. Okay, this one. Okay, cool. To keep it simple, I'm going to use the image they have on their tutorial. So I'm assuming I can just do this, potentially, I'm not really sure. And then I'm going to use the image below. It is complaining though. Oh yeah, I should use the alt thing. Svelte image. There we go. Why are you complaining again? Screen readers can already announce image elements as image. Okay, so does that mean I don't need this? Oh, that's interesting. You saw that? So basically, I don't know if this is coming from the Svelte extension or from VS Code itself. Oh, apparently it's coming from the Svelte extension. So it's saying that, you know, as accessibility tip for you, you have the image word within the alt, you know, which is already an accessibility thing. And it's saying to me that you don't need to put this image, because screen readers, which is, you know, what people use to read, to literally see these images, if you have the visibility, they already tell the user that this is an image, so you don't need kind of putting that on the alt, which is interesting. Interesting stuff here, don't you think? All right, Shad, so what do we have next? Okay, this is better, but if you hover over the image on the editor, Svelte is giving us a warning. Yeah, we saw this. We're missing the alt attribute. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But when building app applications, you need to make it accessible, blah, 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 blah. Man dances, we put it Svelte inside. I can put indeed the man dances as well. And I can also put shorthand. Oh, I can use variables inside. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. So name, let's do that. Let's say the stream dances. All right, I kind of love this on Svelte though, which is on React, if you wanted to do this, you would have to pass this and then kind of write the text and then, you know, concatenate it with the variable. So it would kind of be a little bit of a pain. Here you can just simply use just regular text and just put this thing within the markup, which is kind of funny. I like it better, I feel like. So what do we have? We need to import this image or this logo on the page. So I'm going to put it below the hello stream. All right. Let's go. Let's go, Shad. Let's go. Pick and Flow, nice to see you, dude. Welcome to the stream, man. So nice to see you again. All right, Pick and Flow is saying const cannot be reassigned, but if it references objects, arrays, you can change the content inside. Yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. Yes, sir. Oh, Adrian is saying that source can be just source. Okay, let's try that thing. So you saying that I can just put this? Interesting. Oh yeah. All right, this is cool. This is cool. Is this on a tutorial? Oh, it is right there. Interesting. So there is this shorthand attributes. This is a little bit like Laravel, my friends. Laravel also have a bunch of this. So it says that it's not uncommon that to have an attribute where the name and the value are the same, which is effectively, you know, the same thing we are seeing here, source equals to source. Svelte gives us a nice convenient shorthand for these cases. Oh, this is cool. So what happens if I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this, my friend? The stream dances. Let me see. The stream dance. Can I do this as well? I guess I can. Dude, this is cool, by the way. Do you guys find this like very readable, by the way? I want to see in the chat. Do you guys find this readable? Yes or no? What do you guys think about this? I think it's cool, you know. I you know, kind of magic, because I like it, man. I kind of like it. What do you guys think about this? Oh my god. By the way, just drinking water, okay? Could be just a beer, but just regular water. Yeah, I also like it, man. I feel like, you know, some really cool Laravel vibes here, you know. All right, so far Svelte is kind of being cool. I don't know what you guys think, but so far it's kind of cool, I feel like. They were saying it's way easier. Yeah, man, cool stuff here. Cool stuff, I feel like. All right, what else we have here? Let's go to the next one. Styling, interesting. Just like HTML, you can add a style tag to your component. Let's add some styles into the P element. Okay, so if I go to the hello stream, I can have styles. Just putting the H1 purple, for example. Interesting, just like that, like H1, bam, that's it? No way. Interesting. What else can I do? Dude, I used Tailwind CSS for so many long time ago that I literally have no idea how to do stuff here. It's like strong is bold. I don't even know. Come on, ChatGPT, give me something right there. Make it bold. There we go. All right, not bad. Not bad. But I am curious about something. If I style the H1 right here, does all H1s on the website will be like, you know, taking these styles? I'm curious about that. I'm gonna just type here, this is, I'm gonna just type H1. This is the logo. I'm so curious about this. I think I know the answer, but you know, I'm gonna kind of making excited for the stream, you know? All right, so this is the logo component. Interesting. All right, this is cool stuff. So they're like scoped style components almost. So if you style the H1 thing right here, that thing doesn't apply to this H1. And I also noticed that we don't need a root element. Like we don't need, you know on React, sometimes you just do this stuff because you have to. You don't have to do this on Svelte. You can just literally leave them at root level. Dude, I'm gonna just tell you up front, Svelte is surprising me. I don't know about you, chat, but for me, Svelte is surprising me because, you know, I'm a React developer and you feel sometimes some pain on stuff. That's it. That's it. You just have to. You just have to deal with it. And apparently Svelte does have some cool stuff. All right. AG122H is saying expected in CFC random coded instead for classes for the H1. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I do. Yes, I do. So it seems that the class on H1, oh, so basically compile it down to use this s dash whatever, and this is like only for that little H1, you know what I mean? But the H1 just below doesn't have any of that, which is very interesting. Adrian is saying, I don't like write JavaScript in general, but I would never write React if I have Svelte. Yeah, Svelte is, so far, you know, we have done like 3 exercises, so let's just keep going, but so far, seems a good surprise, okay? This stuff is interesting though. I don't think I would use it though, because I just use Tailwind, right? And on Tailwind, instead of doing this, I'll probably just type, you know, text purple or whatever, you know what I mean? I would just do this. Why are you complaining? Huh? Why are you complaining? Post CSS, unknown word? What do you mean? What do you mean unknown word? Yeah, Shad, what's happening here? What do you mean unknown word? Oh, wait a second. It's not text purple? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm super confused right now. Let's make it purple. Oh, do I need to put the 500? You serious? Interesting. Well, I'm a little bit confused though. Isn't Termwind, maybe on the Termwind, oh, it's in Termwind, yeah. In Termwind, we actually support that you don't have to provide like this value right here, but it seems that Tailwind does require me to provide the 500, which is interesting. All right, folks, so I'm gonna keep it like this, a la React way, okay? Literally just like this, because it's kind of funny. What else do we have? So importantly, those rules are scoped to the component. Okay, so if you change, for example, the P style from this thing, it won't impact anything else, which is interesting. Props to Svelte so far, okay? Let's go to the next one. Next up, components. It would be impractical to put your entire app in a single component. That's true. Instead, we can import components from another files, include them in your markup. Well, we kind of did this already, right? With the import, with this deal right here. And include the nested component inside. Okay, we have done this. Okay, I'm going to skip this one. All right, what else? Ordinarily, strings are inserted as a plain text, meaning that characters like, you know, the lesser or equal to, blah, 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 are not meaning special. Okay, but sometimes you need to render HTML directly in your component. For example, the words you are reading right now exist on a markup file that gets included on this page as a blob of HTML. In Svelte, you can do this with a special thing. Okay, so what does that mean? I'm going to create a new component saying my special HTML.svelte. Okay. And I'm going to type script lang TypeScript. Within this thing, I'm going to have something like my HTML, and this is literally this little thing. H1, this special HTML, a P is not the component. Okay. This is either from my HTML or my special HTML, okay? And this is the paragraph from my special HTML. All right, this looks cool. And it seems that if I want to print all of this, I can simply just do this, right? Let's see. Let's see, my friends. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to import this below, that little folk dancing. So I'm going to type my special component and close it. And I have this duplicated. Why is that? Huh? Oh, okay, maybe a glitch. But I do see this header is from a special HTML. So a question that I would have here immediately is, what happens if I do scoped styled stuff here? So if I type style, Oh my god, I'm so rusty to this morning. All right, style H1, okay, and the color of the H1 will be red. That's it. What happens if I do this? Aha! Ha 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 ha! All right, all right, all right. So it seems that if I do scoped styles, basically for this component, Svelte does not take or assumes that I'm using the H1 thing, which is interesting. Little friends, what do you think about this? Yeah, in Laravel we have a blade directive for this kind of stuff. Indeed, we do. Adrian is saying that I can configure Tailwind to have colors without the number. Yeah, that's what I would expect, you know, to just work. It does work with Termwind though. With Termwind we have support for that. That's why I was confused. Okay, so yeah, this is literally just, you know, print all the unscaped HTML I have. Okay. So it seems that Svelte by default doesn't do any sort of sanitization to the HTML. So I think we have to do it ourselves or just assume it's safe. All right, so let's see cool stuff about Svelte. Let's talk about state. Okay, so I'm going to create here a counter because I want to test this stuff as a regular counter. So I'm going to type counter.svelte. All right, that's done. And let's make a regular counter. So the way I would do this personally is the following. I'm going to type script and then lang, probably ts, yes sir. And then, you know, I have literally already GitHub Copilot suggesting me that I should do it this way. However, it seems that we now have this little different syntax for state, which, you know, I'm going to use it. So I should just type let count state equals to the default state. So this is like very similar to React, where you would type something like const count, you know, equal to count and set count, and it would have, you know, the use state with the default state. Undeniably, if you compare one next to each other, they are a little bit different, which tells me that you don't need the setter, you basically just override the variable. Right there. If you override the variable, you are literally automatically or automagically, let's say, changing the value of count, which is interesting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, AG1228 is saying that now I'm using runes, which is the $state thing. All right, I'm happy that I'm using Svelte 5 then. Yeah. Adrian is saying that the state on Svelte is just like React, but with the sexy dollar that we love on PHP. Indeed, man, indeed. All right, so I'm gonna just do this. And now I can have this handle click, which I'm gonna call increment to kind of, you know, follow the tutorial that we have on Svelte. And do they have anything to use this? I'm gonna make a button for this. Yes, so button on click increment and click it the amount of times I want to. Yes, yes sir. And I'm gonna close the button. This should be enough. It is complaining though a little bit. So using on click to listen to click event is deprecated. Use it on click instead. All right, I'm gonna do it, no worries. On click, there you go. Okay, so if I include this on my, you know, on my counter deal, just like that, does this work? Yes, it does. Let's go, chat. Come on, just a round of applause to Svelte. You know, very basic stuff so far, but I mean, this is cool. I feel like, you know, at least the amount of code I would have to write to have this working on React would be a little bit different, right? Something that a little bit tricks me a little bit is like I have to have this script thing at the beginning, which is, I think it's a trade-off, because with React you would have to return something and then the markup would be inside. So I don't know, kind of cool though. AG1228 is saying that we use on click instead of on, you know, double points click, which is cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think the example was funny, I think. All right, deep state, what do we have here? So we saw in the previous exercise that state reacts to reassignments. Yeah, that's what we see right here. So if we reassign the count, the markup will be re-rendered. That's what we saw, right? So I click here, this markup just gets re-rendered automatically, which is kind of cool. But also reacts to mutations. We call this deep reactivity. So if we make numbers, okay, so let's make numbers. I'm gonna make on this, yeah, I'm gonna make on this component perhaps. Do I? Maybe not. I'm gonna type a new component. So this will be, I'm gonna call this deep svelte. Okay. So deep svelte, and then I'm gonna type script with a language, again, type script. And I'm going to type let numbers to be the state 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we have a function which receives, which is called an add number, and we'll basically just increment a number to this deal right here. And AI literally solved this problem. What they are doing is, you know, the numbers variable will be reassigned by the current numbers, and I will just basically increment one number on top of it, which is kind of similar to what this function is doing. So I'm going to keep it this way. And what else do we have? Oh, we can use also the push deal, which probably is a little bit better indeed. So I'm going to just type push equal to, you know, numbers.length, which is literally, you know, the size of the array plus 1. And I'm gonna, you know, show this on the HTML. So I'm gonna just type, you know, probably just a paragraph in the numbers, and then I'm gonna type numbers join separated by a comma. And I need a button as well, so I'm gonna type button on click without this little thing. So on click, I want to add a number, so you know the paragraph should have a little bit more within. Let's see. I need to import it on my page, so I'm going to just type here deep, which is how I have called the component, and I can just add numbers. Now, something is undeniably right, like Svelte is easy to get started. I don't know if it's because I've experience with React or with Vue, but I mean, I didn't fail an exercise so far. They are kind of easy to get started. What do you guys think so far about the stream? Do you guys think Svelte is complicated? I don't find it complicated. Like all the stuff we have done is like almost similar to React, to be honest. Almost, you know. The only differences would be like that I have a setter on React, so here I can just reassign stuff, which is a little bit better in my opinion. But yeah, super easy stuff, don't you think? ZMR is asking me what is my theme. My theme is called it material theme darker, I think. Adrian is saying it's also near to vanilla JS. That's right, you know, we are reassigning variables and they are changing the markup. Feels like easy JavaScript, to be honest. Indeed, you know. What do you guys think? I find this cool so far. I'm liking it, okay? We may see more Svelte content on the stream because this is actually cool. So this is called deep reactivity because the element we are providing to the deep state is literally, you know, have multiple elements inside, which is kind of cool. It's an object. Effectively, it's an object. Like the array is an object in JavaScript. Okay, we are going to the next topic, which is called derived state, which I have no idea what it is, okay? But we are going to read it together and learn together, which says, often you will need to read the state from another state. For this, we have the derived rune. All right, so each time that this dollar thing, they call that a rune, okay? Or runes, basically. So every time you have dollar something, that's a rune, basically. Which almost feels like a function, but because it had the dollar thing, it's called the rune. ZMR is saying the thing that there is no setters is great. I agree with you, dude. I agree with you. By the way, we are close to 100 viewers across Twitch and YouTube. If you don't know me, my name is Nuno. If you're watching me on YouTube, give me a like and the following there, because I'm literally, publishing videos every single day at 1 p.m. and also live streaming at 9 p.m. every single day. If you're watching me on YouTube, give me a follow there as well. You can subscribe if you want to support my work. I should be close to 100 subscribers on Twitch, which is super exciting. And all the money I get, I just reinvest on the stream. Okay, I just reinvest that money on the stream. I just hired a designer recently for my thumbnails, for my shorts as well. So all the money gets reinvested. So if you can, subscribe my work on Twitch. What else? I now have a Discord channel where we are literally just creating a community, and the Discord channel link is below this stream description, okay? Adrian is saying the derivative is kind of a reactive computed prop. Yeah, we're going to see. We are going to see. Darcy is saying, I feel previously was much simpler without the dollar magic symbol GS. Yeah. Pick and Flow just give it 2 subs to viewers. Thank you, dude. You are always gifting subs every single stream. So thank you so much for your support, dude. You are just awesome. Thank you, man. All right, so what else do we need? What else do we need? We are going to see derivative. Okay, what is derivative? All right, so we have this state. And now we have a derivative rune. This almost feels to me like computed props. Oh yeah, derivative is like computed prop. Yeah, exactly. It's just like computed props on React or computed props on Vue.js. But I'm going to create a new file called it computed. Actually, I'm going to use the deep state thing. So so let total, which I still don't get why it cannot be total. I just hope this thing will just error basically, so we can see why it cannot be const, for example. So I'm going to call this derivative, okay? And I'm going to use this example right here. Why are they oh, because it's a total. Okay, I'm going to use something a little bit more simple. I'm going to type numbers length. Okay, just this. Can I do this? Maybe I can. I don't know. I'm going to use this, okay? So now I'm going to just say another paragraph. The total is equals to the total. Total 5, and just increases. We can see the total right here. So if I were to do this, that doesn't change, does it? Interesting, my friend. Very interesting. Okay, so each time we are relying on the state, and we're using a variable on the markup, we literally need to use derivative, just like regular computed props on React or Vue. Very interesting. So this is called a derivative. Okay. Which is effectively an expression inside derivative declaration will be reevaluated whatever the dependencies, in this case just numbers, are updated. Is this thing like the use effect? Because you're saying computed props, but effectively recently I've been using a lot of use effects for this deal. Like I literally just type use effect sometimes to kind of solve this problem, for this kind of deal. I'm curious about that. All right, inspecting state, what do we have more? Often is used to be able to track the value of a piece of state as it changes over time. Inside the add function, we have added a console log statement, but if you click on the button and you open the console log, you will see a warning saying that the message could not be cloned. What do you mean? So what happens if I do this? All right, let's see, I guess. So console, I'm going to clear all the console, add number. Interesting. So I cannot just simply have a console log because it just starts to complain about everything, okay? So it's already suggesting to me your console log contained the state proxies. Consider using the $inspect. Is that it? What they are suggesting here? It's not. They're literally suggesting me to use this $state snapshot and then the numbers. Let's use that. So $state snapshot and then provide the given state inside. Yeah, I guess what's happening here is that these numbers, they are not a regular array. They probably are like an object which contains a state inside. So, if I want to kind of see what exactly is within numbers, I need to use state.snapshot and then the numbers. So now if I clear my terminal, I expect to see literally everything. However, I'm seeing something a little bit weird. Mutating a value outside the component that is created is strongly discouraged. Considering passing the values to the child components with the bind dot. What is this? Okay, I have no idea. I'm gonna literally ignore that. All right, we are able to see though, you know, the content of my state numbers, which is interesting. Pick and Flow is saying Discord is an awesome idea. Thank you, man. I agree, man. I just love the Discord as well. Hello, members. Welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you. I forgot to ask, how was your day, everyone? You guys are having a happy day? For me, it was awesome. So basically, I woke up in the morning, had a nice meal, and then went for a run, 1 hour again, and also edited the video that went to the YouTube channel, which is, you know, was kind of a long editing process, which ended up in a 10 minutes video. But yeah, just having a funny day. It was sunny outside as well. So good day overall so far. Okay, what else? Alternative, you can use the inspect rune to automatically log the snapshot of the state whatever it changes. Interesting. So if I do this, so if I just don't do this and I just do something like this, inspect, and then numbers, this thing will just basically console log every time it changes. Is that it? Let's see. Interesting. Okay. I'm curious, what happens if I do this? Let's see. Oh, okay, it doesn't get compiled. Okay. That's normal. That's kind of expected, I feel like. All right, what else? Effects. All right, let's go to the use effect of React. What do we have here? So far we have talked about reactivity in terms of state, but that's also only half of the equation. State is only reactive if something is reacting to it. Otherwise, it's just parking variables. The thing that reacts is called an effect. You've already encountered effects, the ones that Svelte creates on your behalf to update the DOM in response to state changes, but you can also create your own effect rune. Let's say you want to use set interval to keep track how long the component has been mounted and create the effect. Okay, so yeah, typically the effect would be, you know, if we have something like a new route, so I'm going to create here a new route. So there would be a new folder with a name, let's see, new route, for example, .svelte, just new route, which would be the folder. And within this new route folder, I'm going to create the .page.svelte. Okay. Within this page.svelte, what I'm going to do is include a component that has an effect. Okay. So what can I do? What can I do? Let's see. Let's include the logo on both. Actually, let's include, let's include the logo on both pages. Okay. So on this page right here, what I will do is just include, you know, the logo right here, and I'm going to do exactly the same on the new route. And I'm going to use effect to basically trying to understand for how many times the user is already on the route. So I can do that effectively on the logo component. I can type something like let elapsed, which will be equal to state 0. Yeah, because it starts with 0. I can also have the interval, which is, you know, the amount of time when I'm exactly incrementing the, you know, that given elapsed time. And I'm going to also have this effect, which is the same as use effect on React. So within the use effect, I'm saying use effect, but I should just say within the rune effect, by the way. Now I'm going to type set interval, and the interval will basically, each time, you know, 1 second passes, I want to basically increment the, you know, the elapsed time by 1. And I'm going to also kind of display that on the page. So right here, I'm going to just say elapsed time. will be, you know, the following one. Okay, so what I would expect is that each time I change route, the set interval will be cleared. But I'm wondering if I don't need to return this. And apparently I don't, which is a little bit surprising versus, you know, React. It's a little bit already complaining because I'm importing Lodash. Why should I be importing Lodash? I'm not. All right, we should be good now, and we are. So if I go to my page, I see the elapsed time already going up. So what happens if I... Oh, I need to make a route though. Okay, I'm gonna make a link here. So that would be on the page. So I'm gonna type here, potentially, you know, that would be new route. I'm wondering though if the layout is persisted during this process of working with routes, which I'm not really sure. So I don't know if our exercise will actually even be doable. You guys let me know. If any of you have experience with SvelteKit, let me know if the layout is persisted when I'm changing links with my page. Okay, I'm curious about that. Tarshish is saying, Svelte is becoming like React, but in a good way. Yeah, man, I feel you. I feel you, dude. So this will be to root page. So if any of you have experience with SvelteKit, let me know how links work, because I want the layout to persist between pages, okay? All right, so let's be here. So I'm literally on the page for 1, 2, I click here, and now I'm resetting that state automatically. And I'm not seeing any errors on the console, which tells me that, you know, between routes, our set interval is not persisted, which is exactly what we want. Typically, you solve this on React by having a use effect, and you will basically, you know, potentially save the interval like this, and it would return something that clears the interval. That's what you do on React, by the way. But on Svelte, I don't know how exactly they do this, but they automatically clear the interval, which is very interesting. However, I'm curious if the state persists, like the layout persists, okay? So I think something I will do is copy this entire deal to my layout and see if it persists during, you know, during routes. So what I will do here is going to my logo, and I'm going to copy this small piece of code to add to my layout, okay? I'm going to put it right here. And then before rendering the page, I'm going to say layout is persisting for, and then I'm going to just pass the elapsed time in seconds. All right, guys, you guys ready? Now it's the big unveil, okay? Now it's the big unveil. What happens? What I'm thinking will happen. What I will think will happen is that if I click on go to new route, this thing will persist. That's what I'm thinking will happen. If it doesn't, I'm doing something wrong. Oh my god, this stuff is cool. So how the hell literally Svelte hook into this thing to understand that I'm literally wanting to persist in the same layout? This is kind of crazy though. Svelte is dope. Svelte is dope. I don't know what you guys think. Svelte is dope. Because this is literally, you know, if any of you have done like inertia, Laravel, all that stuff, you know how difficult, not difficult, but kind of verbose you have to be sometimes when you want to persist the layout between pages. And it seems to me that Svelte just literally does all of that for me. Like how the hell they hook into this thing to understand that I'm within an internal link, but also I want to persist the layout between pages. This is very impressive. I don't know what you guys think. This is very impressive, by the way. Very impressive, folks. Come on, man. Props to Svelte. Come on. I want to see my emoji with the with the black glasses. Come on, guys. This is awesome, by the way. Props to Svelte, man. Huge stuff right here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I can also return. Okay. I can also clear the interval if I want to, right? Oh, wait a second. Do I need to clean or I don't need to clean? This is not clear for me. I have an idea, dudes. I have an idea. So what I will do is within the logo component, which is right here, I'm gonna have a console log right here. I'm gonna type console log. I am running, okay? So if I see this little console log am I running like happening a lot of times, meaning that means I need to clean the interval, by the way. Let's see. I'm gonna do a full refresh. I'm going to go to the console and I see I'm running 0, I'm running 1, I'm running 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to the root page. Oh, so I need to do some sort of cleanup. Okay, well, all right. So Svelte is not that magical. I kind of need to still, still do this React thing, okay? Okay, so this is supposed to fix the problem. I still need to do this, interval. A little bit surprised by this, okay? That would be too magical. What am I doing? I'm gonna type this I, basically. So I still need to do this, apparently. That would be way too magical, though. Okay, there we go. Now it's cleaning properly. Yeah. Okay, you guys got what happened? This is so like stuff from React and Vue and also Svelte apparently, that, if you have something on a use effect, you literally have to clean any side effect afterwards. Thank you, Jonas, for the emoji, man. Really appreciate it. All right, folks. So this was reactivity and use effect, which is interesting. Let's go to the next one. Universal reactivity. On the previous exercises, we have used runes to add reactivity inside components, but you can also use runes outside components, for example, to share some global state. Okay. So apparently, So apparently I can have state that gets exported by a component. All right, so does that mean if I have something like this? Let's create a counter dot Svelte as well, or I can call it GS. Okay, I can call it GS. So I'm going to call it counter.ts. Apparently I can have something like export count, and this will be just some shared state. Okay, so just like this, count equals to 0. All right, cool stuff so far, my friends. And now I can use this stuff potentially within my counter, right? So instead of creating this deal, I can literally just type import counter from, oh, they call it stores. All right, I'm gonna do this from counter basically to be like, the one I just have created. So import counter from counter, which is a little bit complaining because I'm not using it yet. Do I need to type TS? Oh, maybe I need to do this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, there you go. So now I can use this as count, basically, right? Can I do this? Maybe not, maybe yes. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Export count. All right, and I think... Huh. What are you complaining? You cannot reassign an import? Why is that? So what happens if I want to change that global state though? All right, guys, I'm not getting in this. Lazy Dominos is saying, I came to Twitch for some software development and I got rickrolled. Yeah, we're using that gift. Welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you. By the way, if you don't know me, guys, my name is Nuno, Laravel PHP developer, and apparently also JavaScript developer. And, you can follow me here on Twitch, but also on YouTube. My content will be basically live coding every single day, which is kind of cool. Streaming every single day at 9 p.m., by the way. All right, I'm curious though. So apparently I can have this shared state, across components, but I cannot reassign that state. they are saying to me that you need to rename the file to shared.svelte.js. Let's do that. So I'm going to go here and rename this file to, oops, shared.svelte.js. Oh, wrong file. That was close. That was close. shared.svelte.ts. All right, now it's called it shared. Can I do this now? Why are you complaining, man? I'm so confused. All right, let's run this to see how it goes. So I'm gonna go to my page. Instead of having this stuff, I'm gonna have the counter. I don't think it will work though, because VS Code is complaining, and apparently all this stuff is already complaining as well. You cannot unsign an import. I know, but I need to literally change the global state. So how can I do that? I cannot. So basically I cannot do this. The only thing I can do is literally like, you know, can I export the function that changes the state? I have no idea what I'm doing. Goofball Guinness, welcome to the stream, dude. Today we're doing Svelte. Welcome to the stream, dude. So Muhammad is saying you have to provide it as a value of the function. As the value of the function. Okay. All right, so Lazy Dominant is saying, what do you put a set function in the GS and use that? All right, let's do that. So I'm gonna go to this shared whatever, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I have no idea if this will work, by the way, but I'm gonna do this. So let count to be equal to the use state blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm chilling. And then I'm going to export two things. So this will be very reactive deals, okay? So I'm going to export the count, but also a function that increments the count. Or let's call it set count to be literally like React. I was not expecting to have to do this, by the way. All right, so I'm exporting the value and also a setter, okay? Why are you complaining? Because of no reason. All right, perfect. Let's go now to the counter, and instead of just importing the count, I'm going to importing the send count. Can I now use this? Huh? So now we have an object. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Does anyone knows this? All right, count is an object. I know, but previously in the past, oh, count is an object. I'm so dumb. I'm so bad. Oh my God, because of course, count is an object. Of course. Why I was even doing? What I was even doing? I'm so bad. And I really apologize. What I was even doing. Oh my God. All right, so count is an object. So I can literally just increase the count like this. Okay, done. Svelte cannot export state from a module if it's reassigned. Export it as a function. What do you mean? Can I do this? All right. Let's go to the beginning, because I think I was a little bit confused though. All right, let's export state like this. Almost. Oh my God, I was so confused. How about now? Can I use it this way again? Count equals +1. All right, I cannot still use the, the count like this, but I can probably now provide a function. So set count, they'll basically set count plus 1. And going to my shared file, and also create this function, set count. That was close. That was close, buddy. Set count. And the count will be basically... Oh my god. There we go. This is not being used. Yes, sir. But it will. Cannot export state from a module if is reassigned. Export a function that returning the state value, or only mutate the state value as properties. Interesting. So here I can have a get count perhaps, right? And I can do this. Get count, set count. Expected 0 arguments, but provided 1. Oh yeah. I'm gonna just call this increment though. Increment. Yeah, I can effectively remove this as well, and this will be called increment. All right, moment of truth, folks. Still not working. Why is that? Interesting. I have no idea what I'm doing. Adrian is saying, go back to the docs and follow the instructions. They do have anything on this? I'm not sure though. So the first thing they had was use the state as an object. Okay, let's do that. So the first thing they had was to use the state as an object. Okay, let's do that. So basically export. Oh, not here. Wait a second. On the shared file. There we go. All right, export const counter equals to state, and then provide an object with my count. All right, I did that, okay? I did that, just did that, okay? So that's done, and then rename it. It's renamed as well already. Finally, I can just import like this. And I can use it on my counter, just, regular stuff. And I have the counter. So this will be the state. So does it mean I can use it like this? Increment counter.count equals to whatever. Can I do this? Maybe I can, and I was just overthinking a little bit. All right, guys, you guys ready? Big moment, big unveil. Woof! After 10 minutes, let's go, chat, let's go. All right, so apparently the issue was, what was the issue initially? Was that I was returning, initially I was doing this, but I feel that my problem was I was probably not accessing the thing as an object. So if I do this, I cannot do this. It needs to be an object. Gotcha. All right, folks, we got this, man. Finally. Tobias is saying that within the onClick, you can literally just provide the function. Yep, I can do that for real. Typically what I do is that if the onClick contains like too much code, I don't do it. But for the sake of the exercise, let's just do that a little bit. So I can just literally do this, is what you're saying, right? Oh, it's an expected token, my friend. So I'm not really sure. Maybe this. All right, this works though. Nice. Yeah, sometimes when I see like too much code is going to my markup, too much logic, I just prefer to have it as a regular function, Even is saying after import, your count is read-only property of state. you should use state update and return the new state. Interesting. Tobias, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's keep going. What else we have? We should be close to the end, I feel like. Declaring props. Oh, props. Yeah, props. Oh, yeah. So if I have something like on this counter that looks like, let's say, potentially name, for example. So this is on the counter component, okay? Counter component. I have a regular prop, okay? Which typically on React, what you would have for props is something like this. You would have export function, counter, and then you would have just, you know, a regular function. And that function would basically receive all the props you want. So here would have the name, you know? But on Svelte, apparently we have this props rune, which have all the given, you know, all the given props of this counter. So I'm gonna have, I feel I'm gonna have, what I'm gonna do here is probably receive a name, which is my prop, and then I'm gonna just, you know, put my counter name. I'm gonna call this counter name. And now what I hope it's happening is that in order to use this counter prop, I'm going to go to my page and I simply can provide counter name equals to counter number 1. Does it work? Yes, it does. And I can just do counter 2. There we go. Counter 3. There we go. Nice. Dude, I'm going to be honest. Svelte is super easy, man. Svelte is really easy to get started, I feel like. Default values. So apparently props may have default values. Okay, let's see that. So if I go here and just say the default name is default counter, for example, I can just go to my page and not provide that given prop. And now I can just have it, you know, working as normal. Yeah, default counter right there. Nice. Spread props. What is this? Yeah, this is like basic. This is basic stuff. It also works on React this way with GSX, by the way. You can literally just spread the entire props within. So here I could potentially just do this. Const, not here though. I can do this. Const props or counter props, to be fair. This would be, you know, name or counter name, to be fair, counter 1. And now I can, instead of just providing, for example, counter name equals to blah, 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 I can just do this. Apparently dot counter props. There we go. And I'm hopefully seeing counter 1, which is, you know, what I have on my given, you know, stuff. What happens if I do this? It still compiles? Oh, because I'm giving props that does not exist on the component. Oh, it does highlight me, though, that this is incorrect, though. So I would assume that something like TypeScript will complain about this. If I type npm run check, I will have, you know, TypeScript complaining about this. That's very cool, man. Check this out. So type counter blah, blah, blah name has no properties in common with the given component props variable. This is cool stuff, okay? This is why TypeScript is so powerful. Darshit is saying, next live stream, learn about Angular. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, folks, how much do we have? It should be close to the end, no? If blocks. Okay, kind of obvious. Oh, actually not that obvious. Oh my God, ifs are like this? Oh my God. So if I want, for example, oh my God, ifs look kind of ugly though. You guys saw this? Can you guys see how ifs are? What do you guys think about this ifs like statements right there? What do you guys think about this? And with the hashtag and stuff like that, I know, Sensei, I know. AG1228, you like it? I don't know, man. I'm a little bit, I don't know, man. I don't know if I like it. Let's see. Let's use a little bit to see how it goes. So when the count is equal to 5, I want to display count is 5. Stop clicking. Okay. And else, can I do an else statement? Yes, I can. Else, the regular stuff. Why I cannot use else? Expected token if. What do you mean? Oh, so when if statement is like finishing, you use this backslash thing, but when it's a else, use this double points thing, which is a little bit, you know, different from the usual. All right, let's use this. You guys ready? If count is complaining because it cannot find the name count. Did you mean counter? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Yes, I did actually. Yes, sir. So counter.count, count is 5 while clicking blah, 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 blah. All right, let's go. You guys ready? I'm going to refresh the page, which just causes the problem. Yes, sir. I need to type npm run dev. There we go. Refreshing the page, and let's see the result here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy for the big reveal? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Count is 5. Stop clicking. If I click again, I see number 6. So, I mean, the syntax looks undeniably a little bit awkward. You know, I would expect something a little bit different here, but it doesn't look that bad. You know, what happens if I try to use like normal React stuff here, like counter.count equals 5, and you know, what happens if I do this? Wait a second, maybe it just works. Wait a second. I don't think it will work. I think I'm just, you know, messing around. So this is like what you do on React, by the way. I don't think this will work. Yeah, it's already complaining, like, you know, you're doing stupid shit. There you go. All right, it was a good, you know, a good try though. Now, undeniably, like, let's think a little bit. Undeniably, I'm not really sure if the syntax from Svelte is actually worse than this syntax, you know. What do you guys think? Like, personally, I don't think I personally feel like this syntax is better than the one we were seeing before. What do you guys think? Lazy is saying that it's one of my favorite things about props. Oh, it is? Okay. Well, yeah, this is what we would do on, you know, on React. And with Vue, though, I don't know how Vue is these days, but back in my time, I think it was like vif or something. I think it was a little bit like this. If count equals to 5 or something like that, you would do this. And you would close it, and I think VElf, yeah, this is what we would do on Vue, though, you know. I think I prefer, let's see, maybe I prefer the, yeah, Svelte one is not bad. I mean, I was bashing on it, but it's not that bad. At least it's clear, I feel like. Sensei Valley is asking me if I use Livewire now. Well, I'm using currently Inertia 2 with React. That's what I'm doing. Pick and Flow is saying, I like the Vue way the best. Yeah, the Vue way is not bad, for sure. For sure. Yep, I agree, man. I agree. All right, let's go back into our Svelte statement. All right, are we still compiling? Let's see. Let's go back into the real thing. There we go. We should be still compiling and working as expected, which we are. And let's go to the if-else statements. So kind of obvious, you know, just have like the double point like this. You can do something like, okay, if it's 5, you do that. If is, for example, less than 5, we can do count is almost on the limit, for example. And if I run this with 0, count almost on the limit, I click, count is 5, stop clicking, I click again, click it 6 times. Yeah, so this is like basically else if conditions, which is kind of obvious stuff, I feel like. We also have each, so this is like the for each statement. So basically, so on Laravel, if you were to have something like looks like this, you know, const numbers equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially within, you know, this given div, you would have for each numbers as number, spend the number. Yeah. So on Laravel, you would use like the each blade directive, directivity, which would give you exactly this thing, and looks very similar on Svelte, where you just have to do this. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, basically just prints all the numbers. I like this one though. This one is obvious, I feel like. Oh no, please tell me I don't have to put the key thing. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, interesting. So apparently, like, all right, let's actually do an exercise on that. I'm going to type const numbers equals to that given state, and I'm going to have a function, call it add number to this, and that add number will basically update the numbers to, why would you do all of that? Jesus Christ. I'm going to just type let numbers and numbers push, you know, just a number, a new number to the thing. Why would you do this again? Jesus. All right, there we go. So this will basically push a new number each time I click on add number. So what I will do here is have a button which on click without anything in the middle will basically increment, you know, the number. And finally, I'm going to have something like this. So let's see how this behaves to begin with. So I'm going to go back to my page. And if I do this, just work as expected. I feel it's working as expected. But, you know, I know that in Livewire, for example, sometimes when you want to add elements, but also remove elements, which is, we can do that. Like I can go here and just have a function which says remove number and basically remove the first or the last one in this case. Livewire, for example, would behave a little bit unexpectedly on this kind of scenarios. Okay, so I'm going to just type here remove number, and this will remove the number. Okay, so on Livewire, this will behave a little bit unexpectedly because you would have to literally just go here to every single thing you find here, and you have to put key equals to the number itself. So let's see how Svelte solves that problem. And the way I'm seeing it is that instead of just typing key equals to number, you basically have on the number assignment, you just type number, just this. Okay. So this is the way that Svelte knows what is the key of this given DOM, which is interesting. So if I just refresh the page, everything is still working, and you see that you no longer see that JavaScript error. So previously, if I were to remove this, you would see like a bunch of JavaScript stuff. You see, mutating a value outside of the component that creates it is strongly discouraged, considering passing values to the child component as bind. And now, if I just have this, I'm going to fix the problem by, you know, not seeing anymore. And it's still working. All right, cool stuff, don't you think? All right, I want to see, Shad, what is your favorite JavaScript stack? Like, from all the stacks we saw on the front end, like React, Vue, Svelte, which are, like, from these three, and also Alpine. Let's put Alpine. So, Alpine, React, Svelte, and Vue. Which one you like the most? Tell me on the chat. I want to see. I want to see there. I want to see which one you like the most. I'm very curious about that. So BJ is saying, I like React the most. Adrian is saying, I like Alpine JS. Okay, so 1-1. Oh boy. Pick and Flow is saying Alpine then Vue, Alpine with 2. Marco is saying Angular. We should try Angular on the stream sometimes. Sensei is saying jQuery will stay forever the GOAT. But actually Vue. Yeah, okay. SvelteKit, Lazy Dominus is saying SvelteKit. Which is, I think we're using today, SvelteKit, yeah. AG1228 says, I'm not web dev, but I prefer SvelteKit and Svelte. Maricode is saying Vue, nobody says React. This is crazy, man. BGV is saying Next.js in Laravel. Adrian is saying Alpine, but then Svelte, and then the rest of it. People are saying Alpine, Vue, Alpine. And Patricia is saying Docker. Well, you know, it's not a front-end library, but... All right, let's see one last thing. So apparently they also have templates for awaits. So let's first kind of just, you know, use this stuff right here. So if we have numbers, we actually want to display them, but this variable numbers may actually not be available yet. So what can I do here? Well, apparently, oh, this is like the placeholder deals. Oh my god, this is cool though. This actually might be cool. Yes. So I'm gonna type you know, await for numbers. Oh, do I need to pass the promise instead? All right, that sucks a little bit, but I'm gonna do that. Await for promise, and you know, I'm gonna put inside fetching the numbers like this, and bam. So when I fetch the numbers, what else do I need? So once I have the numbers, I'm gonna actually, you know, just put them here, and then I'm gonna put this entire each statement inside. If I have a problem, I'm gonna put, you know, couldn't or numbers not couldn't fetch, yeah, could not fetch the numbers. All right, so this is interesting. So if you have something that relies on API, for example, you can wait for that given promise, which is being made to your API, and meanwhile have a placeholder for that, for example, fetching the numbers. Once that promise got resolved, you can actually you actually have the numbers. So then you can, for each of those numbers, display them. But if the API responds incorrectly, you have this error message being displayed at the end. So let's actually make this happen by going to, you know, to this stuff right here. And I feel like we need to, you know, we need to resolve the numbers out of a promise. So what I will do is ask ChatGPT, result numbers out of a promise, which is not that. So let numbers equals to new promise. Yeah. So it's a new promise, and this will return the promise. Okay, I'm gonna type here promise then. And is that it? I think that's it. Oh yeah, we probably need to then, once I have the numbers, I actually want to assign them to a rune. This might actually be tricky. I don't know how they do this on, you know. Okay, is that working? Oh no, because it's like numbers result or initial number, actually initial numbers, and I'm gonna put this on this little thing right here. Is it working? Okay, it is, but not working because of other stuff. All right, what else? Did you mean number? No, I don't. So what I will do here is initialize numbers with some weird value. So let numbers to be an empty array for by default, or actually be state that it's like this. This will basically change that state to the initial numbers without reassigning the thing. All right, is this actually working now? I don't know. Oh, we are using TypeScript, so we kind of have to use TypeScript, I guess. What are you complaining, man? I'm 2 seconds away of moving to GS, man. I'm literally moving to GS. Goodbye. All right, is it working now? Yes, it is. Blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. What else we need? Let's run this to see how what do we have on the console or on the browser. So we have a browser which runs, and we actually saw fetching numbers. However, we don't see the numbers like appearing below, which, you know, not really sure why. We are going to find out real soon. Tobias is saying the promise is fine for your test. Yes, it is. Ali is saying Nuno try WordPress development using the Laravel ecosystem. I don't think so. Apologize, dude. All right, so we saw this. We actually saw this. Yeah, we saw this. So if I type this, I saw fetching numbers, but once numbers are fetched, which should be here, I see nothing inside. Why is that? What do I have here? could not fetch the numbers? Oh, actually, like when the promise errors, I actually saw like could not fetch the numbers. That's cool. Okay, I do have the correct value. However, seems that, you know, something is wrong here with this little state. I would expect to be able to just reassign the state like this. Do you guys know what I'm doing wrong, though? So you think I don't need the then. So what are you saying is that I can potentially just reassign the numbers here, for example, like this? Yeah, that will make things a little bit more simple for sure. Actually, not even, it doesn't even work. So I think I'm going to revert it. Hello friend is asking me, what is the plugin name for autocomplete the code? It's called GitHub Copilot. Okay. Fintomi is saying the number should be equal to the promised code. Really? But I do need to use state though. All right, let's do the following. Let numbers to be, you know, the promise, but then those numbers will be, you know, equal to the use state of those initial numbers. Will this work? I guess we're going to find out real soon. I don't think I can use runes at this level. Okay, I need to use runes like at you know, at very low level, like at root level, I mean. Oh, you're saying to remove the state completely, I guess? I don't think it will work though, because if I remove the state... Oh, what am I doing even? Jesus Christ. If I remove the state, I cannot add numbers, you know? The thing will not react to it. Yeah, like if I do this... Oh, what am I doing? Jesus Christ, I need to focus a little bit, Nuno. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't need the then to begin with. Let's remove the then. This will basically, you know, resolve the numbers to the... Yeah, this should just work. Now, there is a problem, though, which is because the numbers are not state, I cannot actually increase this. So, you know, I was wondering if I could just do this. Yeah, I can't. Which is interesting. So I cannot do this. Yeah, so it does work, but, you know, I kind of wanted to make... So, like, fetching numbers, and then I see the numbers, but I kind of wanted to fetch those numbers and make them, you know, potentially... just regular state. I think it would be stupid if I were to do this, right? But let me try, we never know. Yeah. Members not a function now. Yeah, I have no idea, dudes. Regardless, you know, that we actually managed to test the await, you know, this little thing. We managed to test the await, but the only thing we didn't manage to test is how can we await but still have those numbers as state. All right, let's check the... yeah, basically on the docs, they don't have an example using the await in the promise at the same time. The await in the state at the same time. So, you know, I don't really know. Let me try something though. This will be the promise. Let me try something, boys. Yeah, I would expect this just to work though, which is a little bit annoying. Oh my god. There we go. Come on, chat. Clap for me. I want claps right here. I want claps. I made it work. Jesus Christ. So, anyways, maybe I got confused, but what am I doing here is the following. So basically, I started by declaring numbers equals to an empty state. Okay, and then I also have a promise. That promise, after 2 seconds, will resolve the initial value for my state, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this could be potentially an API call. Afterwards, I'm going to resolve this little array of 5 values into this then function. Within this then function, the only thing I'm doing is reassign the number state to the new initial numbers. Okay. And yeah, once I do that, I literally have the numbers with the given value from the API, so I can just literally add numbers and things like that. Just like that, it just works. Cool stuff, right? Good job, thank you, thank you. People on Mars are saying, when you say you know, I always think you say Nuno, which is not exactly the same though. You know. All right, what else do we have? We have DOM events, which allows me to hook into regular stuff like on-point move, but also on-point mover. Okay, this one is funny. I'm gonna just copy paste it literally because it looks cool. So if I do this, I can have literally. I can hook into this on-point move. I feel like I still need to declare this on-point move though, right? What do I have inside? I have an event. Gotcha. Gotcha. What is M though? Probably, you know. This will be let M to be equals to X and I. Yep. There we go. Thank you, thank you. This will be state though, like this. Yes, in on-point move, I want to basically, you know, fetch the client X and client Y, and, you know, run those values and present them on the browser. Does this work? Yes, it does. Check this out. Kind of cool, right? Cool stuff, I feel like. So this is literally to capture, you know, browser events from the DOM, which is funny. Yeah, so this is basically what some of you were saying on the chat, that besides like providing a regular function, I could literally just have the entire function code on the DOM itself, which is something I try to avoid, because when you have like Tailwind classes and things like that, if you also start putting a JavaScript code on the DOM, it gets really nasty real fast. So I try to avoid that. Yep, I can capture, you know, on key down, things like that. Okay. It seems though that if you have the capture, yeah, okay. So we can capture all the regular events. Gotcha. Oh, wait a second. You can pass event handlers to components like any other prop. In stepper.svelte, add increment and decrease props. Yeah, gotcha. So you can literally provide functions as props and then provide those functions to any underlying component to change the state of your, you know, of your own component. It just looks regular stuff though. Spreading events, so just like spreading props, you can spread events. Oh, I was curious about that. Bind values, okay, so if I have something like, let's see, if I have something like an input type text, potentially, yep, I can bind the value name. So what is name? Is regular state? I feel it is, right? Gotcha. And then I can have, so if I were to have like a form, this is on submit altogether, I feel like. So on submit, I can have like something like submit, for example. Okay, I'm gonna have just one input inside in the button, of course, to actually submit the thing. And I'm gonna close the form. All right, gotcha. So you have forms which you can just provide on submit and then submit the form. I'm going to create the function, which is effectively, you know, submitting the form. And here I'm going to have an alert about to submit the given name. Gotcha. So if you have bind value name, you are literally, every time you change the name or the input text, the name will have that new value. Okay, let's give it a try. 500 internal error. Okay, what is happening here? Oh, I have like a problem with my HTML tags. Attempt to close an element that was not open. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so I have an input which is right here. I'm gonna type my hello stream, add a like please to my YouTube live stream. That's done, and I'm gonna submit this, and I see hello stream, add a like. Cool, right? Arthur, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you here. People on Mars, but I love you, Nuno. You know, your works make my work so much easier. Thank you, man. Thank you for those words. Yeah, close to the form twice. Yeah, that was it. All right, dudes. So that's the way of basically bind values to an input. You know, on Livewire, the way you do is like wire, I don't even know, wire input or whatever, but bind value is literally the way you bind some given state to an input, which is interesting. Roberto, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. By the way, we are close to 100 viewers across Twitch and YouTube. If you don't know me, my name is Nuno. You can follow my work here on YouTube. If you watch me on YouTube, give me a follow there and subscribe to my channel. You can also join me as a member of the YouTube channel to get early access to all my videos. If you're watching me on Twitch, you know, you can follow me there as well to get notified every time I go live. You can also join my Discord channel, which is a place I'm like creating this new community where hopefully we are going to improve all together. I have all sort of planning for my Discord, like, you know, doing some sessions with only audio there with the community. I think it'll be fun. You can also subscribe my Twitch channel to basically support my work. All the money I get from this, I literally reinvest on a live stream to make it better. And yeah, today we saw literally Svelte, which is a framework I have never worked with, and we should be very close to the ending of the basic Svelte tutorial. And yeah, this is kind of the same. So I have, you know, the possibility of binding values to an input, basic stuff, checkbox, which is bind checked instead of bind value. Okay, so here, for example, instead of Bonkers, thank you so much for the gifted sub, man. Really appreciate your support. Thank you, dude. So here, for example, if you have a checkbox, which is an input. Wow, you guys now just giving. Okay, Bonkers, thank you again for the gifted sub, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you. If you have an input which is in a checkbox, you probably, instead of doing bind value, you do bind checked, which is a little bit different. Bonkers, thank you for the 5 subs to viewers. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Select bindings. What is this? Oh, well, dude, on React, we do this stuff literally all the time, so I kind of want to see how they do this. So if I have, let's say, selected, which is equal to empty state, on change, well, we wouldn't have to do it, because on React, basically, you create the state, and then you basically change the state, doing something like event, and you would, you know, capture that, and would say set selected, and you would provide the E target value. So you do this literally on React all the time. However, you guys agree with me that if I do this, let's just put the selected here above the submit, and just say alert. The selected theme is that one, and let's give this a few options. So come on, All right, so let's give this a few options. So this will be option 1, yes or no. This is perfect. So I don't think I even need an on change, do I? Let's see. So if I do this, let's put this within the form, like that. If I do this, select 1, 1, 2, all right, I'm gonna select yes, like the stream, please, and submit this. So I see like the stream, please, and I see selected yes. So I don't even need the on change. However, if I want to, I can provide an on change, and now I can potentially just, you know, alert the selected value, for example. Do I need to do the E? I don't need to, right? I can just do this. Oh, I need the E. Yeah. Never mind. All right. So selected. So if I do this, selected yes. If I do this, selected no. Interesting. Okay. So typically I wouldn't need the on change, but I can still hook into this. So this is interesting. Nice one. Group inputs. So apparently I can bind. What is this? So if you have multiple type radios and type checkbox inputs related to the same value, you can use the bind group along with the value attribute. The radio inputs in the same group are mutually exclusive. The checkbox inputs in the same group form an array of selected values. Gotcha. Oh, because you can literally select multiple things. So you might, yeah, got you. Interesting. All right, folks. I feel like we are probably not close to the end, but I do need to close the stream because we are in for already 2 hours. I feel like overall, let's try to do a recap of the stream. So what we did today was kind of review Svelte, okay? Something is undeniably true is that Svelte is easy. You know, at least I felt it was like super easy to get started. You know, we were able to literally just do stuff without almost being blocked, you know? So I felt Svelte was easy. There is anything I would change? I don't think I would. Probably like the syntax around like the if statements are a little bit confusing. But man, that thing is not like probably not perfect, but still it was easy. So Svelte was easy. The if statements could be better, let's say, could be better. The routing was super easy. Like routing was very easy. The routing stuff, because you literally create a new, you know, a new file within a folder, and that literally just gives you a route. So that was easy to do as well. I think like to move forward, something I would like to try to test is inertia 2 with Svelte. That potentially is something I would do to literally see how easy and, you know, how easy it becomes some of these things with the use form from inertia. But overall was a very good live stream. I had a very good experience. Pick and Flow is saying, thank you for another great stream. Thank you so much for being on that side again. Sensei is asking me, what is the easiest JS framework? Oh, they are so similar, dude. Like, I feel like Vue, React, and Svelte, they are very equal, you know, very similar. There are a few changes here and there, but they are very similar. So any of those are good for you. Brosa is saying, hi everyone, I'm new here. Is he using AI for code or what? Yeah, I'm using GitHub Copilot, okay? So everyone go to Google and search for this, GitHub Copilot, okay? GitHub Copilot is something that every developer should just be using, because literally just auto-completes all your code. Sometimes you don't have to type even anything to be real, okay? You just have to validate the given output of GitHub Copilot. And yeah, I hope you guys had fun. So again, my name is Nuno. I'm live streaming every single day at 9 p.m. Not tomorrow though. Tomorrow is my, you know, the day I will be out, hopefully. But Monday I will be back again. That being said, let's rate someone again. By the way, if you guys have any suggestion about people I should be rating, let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna go here into my, you know, stream manager and find someone to rate so we can support any other streamer. Okay, stick around a little bit so we can literally just, you know, rate someone. All right, let me see who is online. Give me a second here. Let's go here to the category of software development. Who we have here?
Чтобы вы не сделали красивенько.
Oh boy, oh boy. There you go. Let's support someone who doesn't have a lot of viewers these days. Let's see. Do we have any GS, PHP stuff? I have no idea. We don't. All right, let's support maybe. Okay, let's see this. Endless refactor mode. Okay, there is like a Brazilian dude. I'm gonna support him, I feel. Let's go here. Dev Rogerinho. All right, let's support this dude. All right, folks, it was super funny, this live stream. I hope I can get more of these live streams because it allows me to basically learn something new while some of you are also learning. So I feel like it's just cool to be able to learn something with you guys and, you know, discuss this sort of things. By the way, join me on Discord so we can keep going these discussions, you know, possibly talk about other GS frameworks. And if you have any questions, there is a channel called Ask Nuno, which you can make me some questions, okay? So that was it. Thank you so much for being that side. You know, see you next time, and peace out.